Welcome to our humble abode. We are here trying to make a mock Seder night, and hopefully we will go over many of the procedures that we follow on this holy night. Obviously, the night of Pesach is a very important night for all of us. It's a night where we give over our tradition, our belief to the next generation. And there are certain laws and traditions to be followed on this Pesach night. One of the things that the Torah writes that we need to eat on the night of Pesach is maror. And maror means bitter herbs. And we Sephardim, we use romaine lettuce for bitter herbs. So there's two things. We have to have chazeret. Chazeret is lettuce. And we have to have maror. And for maror, there is a variety, as we said, of bitter herbs that could be used. However, the custom by the Sephardim is that we use romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce, you might say it is sweet, but it has an aftertaste which is bitter, and that is why we use it. There are other reasons why we use it. We'll leave that for another time maybe. However, we have to be very extra careful with the romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce contains bugs that are the same color as the green leaves, and it's incredibly hard to discern between the bugs and the leaves. So therefore, it would be a mission impossible, basically, to clean it up as much as you can. So the best way to do it, actually, is to hold it under running water and to rub each and every single leaf harshly in order to get it totally clean and make sure that it's bug-free. Also, you have to hold it against a light, sunlight or a strong light, to be able to tell if there is any of insects and bugs that are still in it. Again, the best thing to do would be to take off the green leaves. The white section in the middle would be a lot easier to check for insects, that it would be prohibited from the Torah to eat insects. We are trying to do a good deed, to do a mitzvah by eating the maror here, but at the same time we do not want to have the responsibility of having to eat insects. So as we said, on the plate we need to have maror and we need to have chazeret. These are the two things, and we do, Sephardim, we do use romaine lettuce for the both of them. Also, we need to prepare charoset. Charoset is usually comprised of apples, walnuts. People put bananas, pomegranates, wine, vinegar, cinnamon. That's the basic recipe. You know, different cities have different traditions on how to make charoset. One of the major things that we need to prepare is obviously the wine. The wine, we're going to drink 4 cups of the wine during this night, and obviously our matzah. The matzah that we use is going to be round shemura matzah. What is shemura matzah? Shemura matzah means that it was, the wheat kernels were guarded throughout, and then at the time of the harvest, that they should not come in contact with any water, because we were afraid once they will come in contact with water, they would not maintain the its integrity as a wheat kernel that is not chametz. For the night of Passover, we do use hand shemura matzah, meaning that it was made by hand. The whole process was done by hand, from the grinding, from the baking, and from the kneading, and so on and so forth. It's a special care, and this is what everyone uses on the night of Pesach. For the Seder plate, we need 3 of them, and there's a special order on how to set it up. First, we have the 3 matzot here. You have the wing here. You will have the egg, celery. In the middle, you have what is called the chazeret, the lettuce, and then that's the maror. Here you have the charoset. So this is a special Kabbalistic way of setting up your Seder night. think we got a lot of the preparations out of the way, and now we shall commence to the Seder night. The first thing that we do on the night of Pesach is to make Kiddush. And the Kiddush is basically a regular holiday Kiddush where we use wine and make Kiddush for the holiday. It would be best, Kabbalistically, to use a few drops of water added to our wine here. If a person could do that, that would be best. And then the best thing to do is you stand for Kiddush. A person should try to drink about 3 ounces of wine each time that we drink wine. Another rule to remember is that we try to, a person pours for another person so that he'll feel special, he'll feel like someone else is serving him. Something to remember, every time that we drink the wine, we lean on our left side. Very important to remember that we lean on our left side. I will demonstrate that when we get to it. So here is the Kiddush section of our Seder night. So first we say the Pasukim in the Torah where they deal with our holidays. Elle moadei Hashem. מקראי קודש אשר תקראו אותם ומאדם וידבר משה את מועדי השם בבני ישראל סעברי מרנן. Then we say ברוך אתה השם אלוקינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. And then we follow that with the blessing, which is actually the sanctification of the holiday. ברוך אתה השם אלוקינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל עם. And then we go through that, which ends up with מקדש ישראל והזמנים. And then on both nights of Seder we make שהחיינו. ברוך אתה השם אלוקינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Then everyone will sit, and I think it would be best that you prepare your chair from before, either with a pillow or if you have a chair with an armrest or whatever you can do, because this is what we need to do. Leaning on our back is not considered leaning on the left. A person could lean on the table or on the side of a chair, or to turn the chair and lean. The point is, leaning was the way that the princes would eat and drink, and this is what we're trying to convey, that this is the night of our freedom, and this is the night that we feel like prince. The rule of thumb is, this is the tough part, that if you forget to lean on your left side, you might have to drink another cup of wine. So prepare in advance, everyone remind each other, and right away, I'm just talking, but right away, as soon as you make Kiddush and you're still holding on to the cup, do drink your cup of wine. And just a note, if a person has a rough time drinking wine, some ladies have a rough time drinking wine, or some youngsters have or elder people have a rough time drinking wine, grape juice could be used. However, the best thing to use would be wine. The next step after Kadesh would be Urchatz. So by Urchatz, we wash our hands, we do Netilat Yadayim, however, no beracha. The Netilat Yadayim would be the regular Netilat Yadayim that we do for bread. And this is how it goes. You pour the water all over your hand, up to your wrist. You rub them such. So what I did was I poured 3 times on the right hand first, and then I poured 3 times on the left hand, and then normally I wouldn't be able to talk, and I would have to make a blessing right away and dry my hands. In this case, all I do is just dry my hands. We are doing this thing, and the children, who are the centerpiece of the Seder night, we are trying to arouse their curiosity, that they should ask questions. Why are we doing this? How come? What's happening? What is going on? So when they ask questions and you answer them, you educate them, you give over our heritage to them. This is the whole purpose of the night of Pesach. And you find in the Torah every time it's mentioned when your child asks you, or when you need to explain this to your child. And this is exactly what is going on here, what's taking place. So after we wash our hands, we move over to karpas. Karpas means celery. In Farsi, karafs is celery. And this is the time that we take a piece of celery. The piece of celery should not be more than an ounce, should be a small piece. And we take it and we dip it into either vinegar or water that's got salt in it, salt water, and we dip it in there. So this piece is probably less than an ounce, and you just dip it in, and that should be good. We try to sit down, and you don't have to lean on your left side for this. If you'd like, you could make a Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam borei peri ha'adama, and you eat it. However, in this, we have to also have in mind that that borei peri ha'adama that we're making on the celery is also going on the romaine lettuce that we're going to have later on. Important note.